Hi everybody, Broken Ebeez here and welcome to today's video. So today we're going to try and do a mega journey. It will be in a couple of parts and we're going to go from Elko in the United States right the way down to Mexico on our beautifully tweaked, suited and booted American Truck Simulator. Now, I hope you've been following the videos because I've started putting a list of all my settings underneath said videos. And I will also be making videos on both in-game settings and also the mod list that I'm using, just in case any of you do want to replicate this setup. So, fear not, I shall be doing that. I hope you're all safe and well. I'm about at the end of my journey with American Truck Simulator. I've really only got two things left. I need to alter the FOV so that mountains don't just appear out of thin air, or render distance. And when I can be bothered to get that done, I'll get around to getting it done. The other thing which is ongoing is keeping my eye out for trailers. I've got some fantastic, beautiful, wonderful trailers installed and owned and set up. So we're going to rdevice in Mexico. It's about a 39-hour trip in game time. So we're starting out at Elko. We're in the SCS W900. I'm an all Kenworth guy, and I'll show you the garage in a minute. Very, very happy with Le Garage. We're going to go down through Las Vegas, Kingman, onto Phoenix, Tucson, and Nogales is the border. That's where we leave the American content and head on down into Mexico, Hermosillo. Bahamas. I can't. I'm just insulting the people of Mexico. We're going to go all the way down here to Martian. Look, hey, it's what it is, isn't it? And then all the way on down to here to rdevice down here. So one hell of a trip time, 38 hours and 31 minutes. In the beautiful W900, we do have full physics set up. Absolutely everything that could be set up in this game is set up and activated. In terms of trucks, well, I've only got the one garage at the minute. We've currently got the SCS W900. We've also got the show truck long chassis W900. Just for any of you who are wondering whose truck that is, it's Pinger's truck. It's the free Pinger W900. And mightily gorgeous it is too. I've got a standard 6x4 K100E. Again, free truck mod by Overfloater. I've got the GTM Kenworth T800 because I didn't have a day cab. So I thought I'd suit and boot that one out as a day cab. And finally, I've got the little tiny K100 with a Detroit diesel in it. The normal K100, I think, has a Cummins in it, a chip-tuned M100. Whereas this little guy here, he has a Detroit diesel. Now, in terms of trailers, well, I've got a load in here, but I've still got a load to collect. So we've got the standard dry van. We've got the short life stock. We'll be using the long one today. We've got the SCS flatbed, and I've got another shorter dry van for the little K100. I've got a little short container carrier for the K100, and then for both the W900s and the T680, we've got this. This is currently my favourite trailer, Pinger's Mac trailer with his underglow blue neon, absolutely gorgeous. I've also got the Travis N Dump, which again is another really nice trailer. I've got the Maximizer flatbed, which is arched, and I really do like that. It's a lovely trailer. We've got the Smith & Co dumper, Again, all these are colour coordinated, and they've all had the wheels customised so that they all match. We've got the little 1951 Fraunhofer dry van, and that again is for the little K100. We've got a highly customised show trailer, which again has been fully customised with the paint scheme and with the wheels. And the one that we're currently using is the long Wilson Livestock 4-axle, and I think ours is full of pigs, I think. So let's start and make our way down to Villa de Rejas in Mexico, and let's see how we get on. Wouldn't you know, it's binning it down a rain, of course it is. I've had an amazing time, not only doing all the configuration stuff, but also sifting and sorting through all the different mods and getting the correct load order. I did put a couple of videos back that I'd taken the ATMX map mod out. Main reason for that is the buses. The buses absolutely do my head in. There's a beautiful 4-axle livestock trailer full of piggies on their way down to Mexico to become fajitas. I'm just saying, burritos, enchiladas, and anything else really that the Mexicano people fancy scoffing. So yeah, I've had a fantastic time. I've probably, at the point of making this video, had more happy hours customising the pants out the game, and you know, checking the mods out and getting it just how I wanted it. But I'm very, very happy with it. So you know, the mod list is quite long, to be honest. Oh, that's overmodulating. Why is that overmodulating? Sorry, dude. That sounded like it was overmodulating. So yeah, I've had a fantastic time getting all the mods sorted out, getting the right load order so they don't interfere with each other and all the rest of it. I have put the vegetation back up to full detail, because a couple of you had commented, oh, why no vegetation? Well, I usually find that drags the system down quite a lot, having all the vegetation on there, and it can induce micro stuttering and micro freezes. So initially I took it all out, but having tested it with this budget hardware, it seems to be just fine. So I've added that all back in. As I say, I will do a video showing all my in-game settings, and you know, I think it's a combination of the three things to get the smoothness and the beauty of the game how you want it. I did watch this morning Jeff Favignano's video on 151 and the latest map DLC. Is it Arkansas? Tex Arcana, or so whatever it is. It's not Arkansas, is it? That's been out years. Anyway, the new map DLC, that looks gorgeous, I have to say. Trying to get on this road is not easy, thank you. And I was shocked at the quality of Jeff Favignano's video. It was terrible, and he is a massive YouTuber. Go watch it, go check his latest video out, and let me know what you think. Now, alright, he's in 1080p, I'm in 720p, and he's on an RTX, I think he's on a 2080 Super, and I'm on an AMD RX 580. But yeah, go check Jeff's video out and let me know what you guys think. I was shocked It's full of micro freezes, stuttering, terrible, absolutely terrible. But I'm guessing that's because he's not done any optimization himself, and it is of course using the latest 151, which is literally only just come out. So I'm guessing that's going to need further optimizations. I also don't know what mods he's using and whether he's bothered to optimize that. But for such a big YouTuber, I was really shocked at the piss poor quality, and it is piss poor. Go check it out. You know, compared to my beautiful interpretation of American Truck. Oh, really? What went? Is it the trailer? Hit the road, I'm guessing. You know, I mean, I'm just so immersed in it. It's just amazing. And literally now all the hard back-end work is done. It's literally just all about the driving and the driving pleasure that this game offers you. Yeah, it's slightly over-modulating on the external view, isn't it? I can only assume I must have it banged up full. Yeah, okay, I've got it banged up full, that's why. Chab. Okay, let's try that. Should solve it, I hope. There we go. We'll go external in a minute and see if it's over-modulated. So the only thing I've got to resolve is the game drawing stuff in front of your very eyes. I'd like it kind of pre-cached in. So I shall continue to work on that until I've solved it. In terms of the AI traffic, well, that's now all solved. You shouldn't see cars or lorries or buses spawning out of thin air, which again just gives us a more realistic experience, a little bit more immersion. And we'll try external in a mo and see if it's resolved that over modulation of the engine sound. The engine sounds are all courtesy of Creechbum. I just love his engine sounds, they're just amazing. I do have Z mods and all sorts of other engine sounds. Unfortunately, yeah, that's much better. Slav Jerry's are not compatible with my version of the game, which is a shame, because they are some of the best free sounds around. You gotta love Slav Jerry's engines. Fantastic, freely available off the workshop. All the SES forums. But so far I've not spent a penny on the game. I did remove ATMX, which is normally here, so that's all gone. But we do have Canada Dream, Coast to Coast, and the 3 Mexican maps, 1, 2, 3. So, you know, I mean, we have got, you know, a metric arse ton of drivable area. We're currently not even got 1% of the map covered. This journey should help us. This should put a tiny bit of coverage on the board. And it also be really, really good, cool fun to test out the actual maps themselves, both Coast to Coast and Canada Dream and the 3 Mexican maps. Just to see what the quality's like and to see if the graphical world mods that I'm using and the realistic rain and thunder sounds, see if they interfere with it, which hopefully they won't. I might suddenly come across dead ends on Coast to Coast, not so much I don't think on Canada Dream. As I say, as this is a much older version of the game. For any of you wondering, it's 137. The only difference between 137 and 136 was the Fmod sound update. I always used to go with the 136 version, but I figured, well, we'll have a bit of the F mod in game. It's a shame because on 137, although it's beautifully optimized and runs this well, you are quite limited on the trailer front. Oh, that was gorgeous. I'm happy with it, people, I tell you. I think to date it's the best build I've ever done of American truck. I really do. Bear in mind this is been designed and built from the ground up as a solo offline version of the game, so I'm not interested in multiplayer and I'm not interested in convoy mode. This is purely for my pleasure, for me to smash around the whole of the US, Canada and Mexico in what is, in my opinion, some of the most amazing, exciting and gorgeous looking trucks on the planet. The good old American brothers and sisters, they know how to put a truck together, don't you worry about that. A bit different to them shitty cabovers we use in the UK and Europe. These are real trucks, just saying. And I did see a real W900 the other day. My God, they are huge compared to our cabovers. They are huge, just saying. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying the series. There's going to be a gazillion of these videos because we've got the whole map to uncover, and I am not only resolute that I want to finish it all, but I'm actually falling really deeply back in love with the game. I still think it's one of the best value for money games ever on the planet, and if it's your thing, it can give you thousands, if not tens of thousands of happy gaming hours. What I have done is jumped off the upgrade treadmill, so I'm not going to buy any more DLC, and I'm not going to upgrade the version of the game any longer. My version will stay for the life of it at 137, not to be upgraded, because I read with interest that 151 has just been released and 152 is already being worked on, and I just think it's getting to the stage where they're trying to add too much into the game. It's trying to be too realistic, too clever, and it's at the expense of your fun and your pleasure. It's also at the expense of your hardware as well. God help you if you're running Microsoft Windows, because that's gonna gobble up most of your hardware resources. If you then bung something like the latest version of American Truck Simulator on top of that, you need to be spending a lot of the greenbacks to get anything like a smooth performance. And Jeff Favignano's PC is a great example, where an RTX 2080 just isn't cutting it. It just hasn't got the grunt in it, which for me, for a game like American Truck, is ridiculous. And you know, whilst I adore, laud and respect SCS, I think they're going too far. I think the pendulum's swinging too far, and I think that rather than update the game so often and try and cram in new features that players don't necessarily want, they'd be far better off focusing on putting new trucks in the game, putting a lot more new trailers, implementing the ATS expansion mod, whereby you have interactive load and unload points. I think that would be really cool as well. But you know, I get it, opinions are like arseholes, everybody's got one. and what I you know, would like to see in the game. Well, if you ask 1,000 other people, you get 1,000 different answers, and that's fine. So I get that they've got to have certain aims and goals and projects, but I'm just off the update DLC treadmill. As of making this video, I've got every single DLC for both American Truck and Euro Truck, not including the latest map DLC from SCS, whatever state that is. And as I already have Canada, the whole of the United States, and pretty much most of Mexico, I can't see the point replacing both the mods that I've already got, which are running fine, I guess, and eventually the PC, because even this PC with 16 gig of RAM and an RX 580 NVMe SSD and a 6-core 12-thread processor is just not going to have the legs available in it to run the latest versions of the game, because there's so much new content in it. Am I suffering from FOM, fear of missing out? Well, absolutely not, because I'm lucky. I mean, as I say, my iteration of the world, and this is one of the other reasons I love the game. You know, we could all have American Truck Simulator, and we can all have different individual unique copies of it, because we've added mods, we've done tweaks, etc. And I just think it's wonderful. I really do. So I can heartily 1000% recommend it to anybody who's thinking of buying it. You know, you can buy it on sale for a couple of dollars. You can even have, there's a version of Coast to Coast and Canada Dream that work with no DLC. So, you know, for a couple of quid, you can have the whole of the United States and Canada installed right out the bat, and never spend a penny on DLC. How cool is that? So, you know, SCS do have your best interests at heart covered. Look at that, people. I think that's fantastic. You know, for a budget entry level PC gaming rig on an older version of the game, I just think it's fantastic. Yes, I am using an SCS truck, but then why the hell not? You know, SCS trucks are fine. I don't have access in this version of the game to the Kenworth 100 anniversary and all the bits and pieces that offers you and affords you. I'm way back on 137, way before any of that happened. I think we've only got one international and one Mack truck available, besides the stock sort of Kenworth and Peterbilt and Volvo. I think those were the three main trucks, but there's the International Lone Star that we have available, and I think, might be wrong, but I think it's the Mack Pinnacle we've got available to us as well. You know, your Cascadiers, none of those are available to us. They are via mod trucks if we want to, but one thing I noticed with an awful lot of mod trucks, and this pertains to 1.37 now, is you put a mod truck in and it instantly either A, conflicts with something, or just wrecks your frame rate. So I've got to the point where, you know, I mean, Pinger's stuff is amazing, you'll have no problems there. SCS stuff is amazing, no problems there. The Wilson trailer is by a modder who normally I wouldn't let anywhere near my profile, Cyrus the Virus, but actually he's done a really gorgeous, beautiful job, and it's just too good not to have it in the game, just saying. Sorry dude. Obviously just playing the game and enjoying it whilst I'm not recording a video, it's like spider silk. But recording a video, well, I took SIP's traffic mod out because it's just a tad too much for it. And without SIP's traffic mod and making my own adjustments, I can run this quite happily like spider silk on 400% zoom, and it does make a difference to your enjoyment. I can get away with 200%, 200% is fine, and it still looks nice.
Keep right. Turn right.
But nothing looks like the old 400% zoomy. You know, everything from the rocks and boulders to the bushes to the gravel, they all look so much better on 400% zoom. And considering I'm recording a video as well, you know, on my screen she's turning the corners like spider silk. Well, on your video screen it might not be spider silk, but that's down to the video and OBS. It's not down to the game itself. So I can assure you this game runs absolutely beautifully, flawless on the Casio OS Linux. Of course, we're still 100% Windows free, and thoroughly intend to stay that way. Looks like I pressed the wrong key there, like the doo-doo that I am, the dilbert. Sorry, all being a bit of a Charlie. I want to sit at 55. Oh, we can sit at 60. Usually a bit fast for me. I like to sit about 55. But as we've got 35 hours left on the journey, I guess we ought to get our fingers out. So I'm assuming we've gone and we've done the first stretch from Elko down to Ely. We have. Oh, well, we're coming to Pioch and then on down to Viva Las Vegas, where we'll probably I might end the video at Pioch actually, because I've seriously upped the quality, recording quality I should say, of the videos, and the file sizes are now quite big, but hopefully that translates into more pleasure for you guys and girls watching the videos. It looks absolutely fantastic, just saying. If any of you have got any questions about what I've posted under the videos, or what I've actually done, you know, if it's specific questions, please don't just type, you know, oh, what have you done to get that? You know, I mean, how long have you got? If any of you think this is a 5-minute wonder, mightily disappointed you'll be. This is a labour of love. Don't you worry about that. Absolute labour of love to get the game to what I call 1337. For those of you that don't know, 1337 is the numeric term for anything that's elite. And I think my American truck at this stage, in this point in time, is absolutely 1337. She's a cutie and an absolute joy to drive in. And you very quickly come to realise that it's not about the trucks, it's about the trucking. So I'm assuming this is Pioch. I mean, the flowers, everything just looks stunning. Absolutely stunning. Angels. There is a rest area here. But that's interesting. It's marked as a rest area. And yet it's cut off. Interesting. Well, we'll go ahead and pull up at the garage. Why that would be blocked off, I've no idea. But anyway. There's the diner. So as you can see, we're well by the rest area. Sorry, dude. These roads do demand a little more concentration than what I'm affording them. So I've hit something there. Great. What an absolute Charlie. Probably a curb or something. The idea was to simply pull into here. And then end this part of the video as part 1. Otherwise I'm going to end up with 10-15 gig video sizes, which I know is nobody's fault, it's just the way it is. And I'm going to catch that trailer. Great. Oh my word, this game is absolutely brutal to you. I'll try and straighten it out a bit. Trouble is, we've not got much in the way of room. I'll have to go in the middle, won't I? As I'm not going to get it round the edge one. I wanted to nip into the food mart, get some Hot Pockets and a bag of Twinkies, just saying, as we're in the States. Yeah, we're fine. I should have done that in the first place. So there you go, everybody. I hope you're enjoying this series. I'm absolutely deadpan back in love with this game. As I say, I have put many hours into both configuring it and modding it to get it to how I wanted it. You don't have to go as extreme, but as I say, over the coming videos I will list all the settings that I've got in game and show you those, and also show you all the mods. And I've tried to stick with only really high quality mods. Anything that's remotely garbage doesn't even make it into the build, it just gets binned. So there you go, everybody. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Thumb the videos up if you love them, down if you hate them. I will see you for another wicked Mrs. Broken Ebeez video. Cheers, everybody. Much love.